Digging holes, digging holes, and digging holes. The guy's got it. He still got it.
It's Matt Riddle. Now, Matt, we got to get down to nut cutting time right here. How does it feel a year later?
I thought you weren't going to do that. I thought you weren't going to do that nut cutting time. I thought we were going to take an easy interview this time, and you're coming at me sideways already?
There were things I said I wasn't going to ask you about, but I didn't say anything about asking you about what it's like to have the second best hair on this broadcast right now.
Look, I have the second best, or you have the second best?
You have the second best, without a doubt. This is like another Elias Theodoru come to Jesus meeting for you, where you saw his hair and now you see mine. And that was the first thing you mentioned when we saw each other face to face here.
Your hair is nice. It's got a nice curl at the end.
Yeah,
you can tell you take care of it. You comb it. You know what to do with it. But that other guy, his hair is still. There's a reason why he has sponsors.
Yeah, per plus, man.
Dude, his hair is phenomenal. Like, because my hair is pretty nice, and that's not bad hair yourself. But that dude, guy's good.
I was on a conference call a while back with one Kenny Omega, and he put you over. He put you over big time, Matt. What'd you think about that? I know you heard about it.
I mean, I'm a fan of his work. I've seen him do a couple things. And I think he's one of the greatest things in the business of wrestling today. So hearing that from him is, that's awesome. That's a stallion move. You know, it's you don't expect somebody at that level to even know who you are, you know, and the fact that he knew who I was and spoke highly of me was, it was awesome.
So have you ever had any interaction with him? I mean, I'm sure have you all been on any shows together at all?
I shared a locker room with him at PWG, I think last year at Bola, and it was him tagging with the Bullet called the Young Bucks, and they did like a 6-man tag, I think, against like Phoenix, Pentagon, and somebody else. I forget.
Phoenix is pretty awesome too.
Yeah, but he killed it last night. But that's the only time I really didn't talk to him. I don't even know if we shook hands.
Really?
He's a busy guy. He's a busy guy. I think we at least nodded. We were like,
yeah. So you're not the type of guy who walks in there and shakes everybody's hand.
Well, I'm not a real kiss ass, so I don't want Kenny Omega's here, I'm going to go up and shake his fucking hand. It's more like, if we walk by each other, I'll shake a hand. I just feel like a lot of times, and wrestling, a lot of times in wrestling, it's almost like, dude, I get it. Goodbye. Hello. Like, we shook hands like 6 times already. You don't have to shake hands every time you go to the gas station. Like, it's one of those things, But at the same time, you are showing mutual respect by shaking hands. But I think a bow or a nod is just as good as a handshake.
A bow, huh? Who have you bowed to?
Dude, I'll tell you this. When I first started wrestling, I tried the bow. And I
really?
Tried to bow. Well, because everybody's grabbing hands and shaking hands, and I'm not used to it, and nobody wants to, fist bump, whatever. I was like,
it can get messy. It can get messy. You don't know where everybody's hands have been.
Exactly. You don't know where my hands have been.
That's very
maybe
true.
I like to keep a messy hand. And, with people always trying to touch it, I feel bad. So, I tried the bow, but it doesn't work. You always have to touch.
So,
it's a rule.
When's the last time you hit somebody with a bow?
Oh, I hit bows every weekend. I hit at least 3 bows in Vancouver's Saturday.
But to who?
What do you mean?
Who's worthy of the bow?
Say you're 10 feet away. You could make the walk to each other, but so you're like, later, bro.
Okay. Oh, that.
Oh, you mean traditional Japanese?
Yeah.
Bow. Oh, no. This is modified American bow. A bro bow.
Sure.
I think do you still see me?
No, hell no, I don't see you. There we go. Now I see you. So,
but yeah, it's a bro bow. It's still, that's the respect. There's the bow.
To be honest, when you said that, I was like, all right, pretty well established MMA fighter, Matt Riddle.
You just thought I was straight traditional.
Yeah, I was like, who Well, I was like, what kind of
You know what?
impression
Sometimes I do like a half semi-traditional bow after matches to the crowd.
Yeah, of course.
You do that, blow some kisses. I love you guys too. Thanks for coming. If you didn't, I wouldn't have a job. I'm out.
Yes. Of course.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They make that kind of impression. I'm like, damn, who tore it up in the ring with Riddle to make him just straight up dip down and bow his head?
Hey, I'm not saying I haven't bowed. Like, I'll bow to, the Suzukis and the Ishis and,
Triple H.
And maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I'll bow down to the game.